Rise and Shine, series number 1.
Agnate cortagname, ussarette kishkenyam, agnamete. My beloved children, I am here upon your earth, here with you, filling your earth with my light. My beloved children, come forward to me. Feel my love, strong inside your heart. Each one I love. Each one I hold dear. Each one I surround with my light, with my protection. Each one I lift up, that you may know and remember who you are, whence you came to this earth, my beloved, why you are here, that within you there shines this light, one light of love and compassion, one light of strength and courage, my beloved. We bring our light through you to shine upon the earth, this strength and courage, this power of certainty, this deep knowing of our presence. Drink from the cup of my love that pours for you, my beloved, the nectar of peace and harmony, of deep compassion and joy. Let my love enter deep. Fill yourself with the power of the light of your soul. One great soul, one great being, my beloved. One great body of light. I bless you. Jaså. Greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Blessings and peace. Welcome to all who are gathered here. I am delighted that you have taken this opportunity to journey with me into the higher realms, into the worlds of light, to bring forward your higher self, to remind yourself of who you truly are, as Isa said, to remember the true light of your being. I welcome you all here as we begin a great journey of discovery, of adventure, of expansion and elevation, of deep personal realization, as each one of you receives from your guides and helpers and all the ascended beings with you those special directives, those special visions, and all that is coming from the source through you and into your life at this most important time upon the earth. Before I start, I just want to check with our beloved host here that all is well. Is there anything you wish to say, dear one?
Yes, I think it would be good to give him a little bit of a sort of kind of tech intro as well, because there are definitely some people on here.
Yes, dear one. Yes, wonderful. So let's do that first.
So hello everyone, and yes, Chung Fu says it's a total delight that you've all gathered to rise and shine at this incredibly auspicious time. And it might, you'll probably find it funny, but when we actually came up with the name Rise and Shine, in our conscious minds we hadn't actually made the connection with the fact that it is Easter and that it is obviously the time to rise and shine, but actually we hadn't made that conscious connection. So it's just, I love that. I love the way it all works so beautifully. So yeah, I just wanted to share with those of you that have never come on either of these platforms, just to explain a little bit. So those of you who've come into this area where there's the live video, when it comes to the end, underneath this video you've got all the information about how you connect to basically the other platform where we can take live voice calls. So there's a link there that takes you to a page where you can get your local number, and then you can ring that number for free and use the PIN code, and that can either you can do it by telephone, or you can use one of those the link just underneath it, which will take you via your computer, and you choose web call. So you click on that link and then you choose web call. There's going to be 3 options, and you choose web call, and then you can raise your hand by pressing *2. We're not going to do questions until the end, but I just wanted so that when it comes to it, you've kind of got that in your minds. The other thing is that when we're doing on this video page platform, you've obviously seen that there's the chat alongside. What I would really love is if when you're asking a question, you put a question mark, because what that does is it highlights it green, and then it's clearer for us to quickly see that there's somebody asking a question. So yeah, if you could also do that. And then those of you who've only connected in the other platform, which is the kind of audio only platform, I'm just going to ask that you only put your questions in one place, please. I know it says Q&A. Yeah, actually that's where I'd like you to put your questions, not in the chat. So there's 2 boxes available. There's chat and then there's Q&A, and if you could actually put your questions in the Q&A, then there's going to be a clear place for us to go to questions, rather than them being dotted about everywhere, which is difficult. And yeah, I think that's it, except to say yeah, I'm just seeing such a wonderful, it's just a tapestry of people from all over the world, which feels really exciting. And giving thanks for each one of you that is coming in, beaming in from your lands to work the magic with us all. It's really lovely. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and I think that is... Oh, and there's one other really important one, which is with both of them, but particularly this video site. One of the magic remedies, nearly always when there's issues going on with your sound or with your visuals, is to refresh the page, refresh the browser, and that nearly always brings either the video or the sound back. Sometimes it, that isn't the issue, but mostly it is. So that's another important one to tell you all. All right, I'm going to let Chung Fu carry.
And I would like to thank Sophia so much for all the work she does to gather you all together. She is communicating with you all, and we give her great thanks for bringing you to this point of the beginning of this journey. Thank you so much, Sophia.
Thank you, Chung Fu.
On your very hard work, I know. And I also, of course, thank Jerome, who is always supporting my work so much. Thank you also, beloved Jerome. And so I would like you all to understand who I am. I know many of you do, but I just want to say and explain to you that I'm an ascended being. What that means is that I have the ability to move around in the worlds of light, as indeed many of you do experience in altered states. And I take a body that is an astral body to communicate with this vehicle. So I therefore have a presence in the astral world, which is the next dimension. It is where you go when you dream, where you go in that sense when you go into that altered state. You are in the world of light, the next dimension, the fourth density of light. I say this to you because of everything that we are working with in that sense of ascended beings coming forward, deities, angelic beings. Because you might say, well, where are they? Well, they are very, very close to you, and they come through me and through the vehicle. So they are mostly fifth, sixth, and seventh dimensional beings. Some are ninth dimensional beings that are coming through, and they're going to come through. It's a bit like a pathway of light, like a trail of light that I leave lit up, that they can come through into the third dimension. So we could say there is a kind of double layer of channeling happening here for you to meet those beings who come from much higher densities of light. So I just wanted to explain that as we start you, and so you understand how I am working with you. So coming into your body and breathing and realizing that's right, this is a very special experience to be in a physical body, experiencing these times upon your earth. Feel yourself breathing and relaxing your body and coming to a place of receptivity where the spirit beings can come into your higher self from within. Slow your breathing down and start to open your chakras as I bring the blessings in. When I am blessing and inviting and welcoming the spirits, feel yourself joining me as if you would nod and bring them into the temple. Welcome your guides and helpers and all the beings that I name, for they are all very important in this work. They hold the energy fields and assist the beings to be audible, visible to you, so that you can feel and sense them coming into your field. So feel your field is very expanded, opening your centers really wide, as though you would open all the doors of your chakras, open, relax, If you have crystals, feel them near you or on you. Light your candles, of course. Make your intention of connection to divine beings who really want to come forward and talk to you about your life upon the earth at this time. We welcome all the guides and helpers, family, relations, and ancestors coming forward into this temple of light. Give thanks for their presence here today around each and every one of you, so close, here where you are seated or laying down to connect. We welcome the ascended ancestors who are no longer incarnating, but are connecting with you to assist you in this life, who know why you have come and how much you need their help at this time. We welcome the ascended ancestors who have walked with you through many lifetimes up to this point, and who now join you in the worlds of light. We welcome the Great Council of the Light, a most important brother sisterhood of all nations, tribes, races, religions, faiths, and cultures, opening all your hearts to receive the Great Council of Light, their teachings being brought forward at this time to assist you to understand your soul's purpose, bringing forward the teachings of unity, community, deep soul connection, co-creativity, collaboration, cooperation, beauty, peace, harmony, and love. We welcome the Great Council of the Light. We honor and thank the angelic and archangelic beings who surround this temple of light and all temples of light, and help you to connect through these temples of light to your higher self and to the divine. And we give thanks for the healing power, the blessings and love of the angelic beings here present. We welcome all the deities with whom each and every one of you work and walk in this and other lives, bringing forward the gifts, powers, the blessings and the love of divine feminine and divine masculine presence emanating from the solar source of all light and love. We give thanks, and we honor the Christ light pouring through, and especially coming forward within hearts and minds, and bringing the divine feminine forward within both men and women to birth a new reality here upon the earth. Give thanks, and we honor the Christ light pouring through the divine masculine to protect, to guard, to uplift and support this process of birthing in the new light. We give thanks for this Christ light power coming into each and every one through the solar lords and deities, the rays of your sun, powered by the great cosmic solar logos. We give thanks to all the beings, spirits, powers, energies of the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Give thanks for this physical universe and the opportunities for each one to experience physical incarnation and soul evolution here in this dimension, in this life upon the earth. We give thanks at this time for all support brought forward from the earth plane, from the worlds of light within the earth, and from the physical worlds of earth, and from the dimensions close to earth. We honor your allies who are animals and birds and water beings and insect devas and serpent beings. We honor those who come forward from deeper realms of dragon, phoenix, firebird, Pegasus and unicorn, calling for their deep power to assist you in all the processes of transformation, regeneration and rebirth within you and around you at this time. We welcome and honor the fairy folk and elven people, pixie gnome, leprechaun, and many more beings of light dwelling deep within the earth. We give thanks to plants and flowers and trees emanating from this wondrous earth and bringing forward food, nourishment, healing, medicine, radiance, fragrance, beauty, and color. We give thanks to the plant beings. We give thanks to the Akashic record keepers bringing forward at this time the records needed by you, each and every one, from your book of life, and from deep within the earth, the records of all time, stored within the Akashic domains and brought forward as you call for them and need them in your soul's journey here upon the earth. We give thanks to the extraterrestrial and starseed beings coming forward at this time, bringing great light, bringing special powers, assistance, overview, understanding, and support for each and every one of you going through this vast transition upon the earth. And we give thanks to the rocks, the stone, the crystal, the metal, the mineral, and all of the body of the earth supporting life. We give thanks for the overlighting protection, the love and the blessings, the peace and grace, the wisdom, inspiration, healing and compassion of the all-in-one divine presence deep within each and every one. Blessings and peace. And so we are gathered here in this temple of light to bring forward more and more and more of the Christ-light energy, the energy of creation, the power needed at this time upon your earth, the strength, the presence divine embodied in each and every one of you. As you open your hearts and open all your centers and feel this presence pouring in to each and every one of you. Feel inside yourself. At this time you are being indeed bombarded from every angle with so many different stories, different opinions, different accounts and descriptions. So much fear is being propagated. And within you, you can all feel, I am sure, a fragility, a place of uncertainty. You can feel your inner child wondering, calling to the divine beings to bring you the truth, to bring you the understanding you need at this time. And that is why I have come forward to you, to work with you at that level of your soul, wherein all things become clear, so that you may walk forward with clarity in your mind, resilience in your heart, confidence and strength, stamina in your body, that you may understand the nature of reality and not be remotely afraid about anything, when you know that you belong to the divine source, that you are surrounded by beings of great light, of great power, of love, of compassion, of peace and harmony. That whatever may seem to be happening around you, or even actually happening around you, right here, literally part of your light body are hundreds of beings holding you, surrounding you with their love and protection, lifting you up with their power. This is so important for you each to understand, that there is no distance between you and the divine. God, Goddess, Great Spirit, divine beings named differently throughout time, all transmitting the energy from the one source of all love and light. Feel yourself, each one, so close, right there, not needing any filters, not needing any intermediaries, just right there with the light shining upon you. This is your time. It is a time of great challenge and great opportunity for you to evolve. This is why you are here on earth. You might think, oh, I was here to do this career. I was here to write this book. I was here to play this concert piano piece. I was here to dance the dances of heaven. And of course, yes, all those activities are supremely important. Your human self brings forward your soul's colors in a myriad of wondrous expressions of your beauty, of your brilliance, of your divinity. But sometimes it can become so intense for you upon the earth that you cannot quite see in front of you. Things seem to contradict that divine purpose. And so at this time, many of you understand that your job, your path, includes everything we have said, all your arts, all your sciences, all of your abilities, your gifts, your talents, all of them brought into an upliftment by your spiritual process of self-elevation. That is the most important thing right now for you to do in one way or another, or in all ways. There is no one way. There are many ways to elevate your resonant field, to imagine that you have a note that you start here and you want to come oh, you want to be in a very high vibration at this present time. And so it is that I have gathered you to assist you, to bring you some methods that you can also use in that sense in the ordinary moments of your life. For you cannot spend, most of you, all of your life meditating and being in an altered space within yourself. Sometimes you have to cook and you have to do mundane things within your life. But what matters is that you are always mindful of this creation that you are in. You don't have to be doing it. It doesn't have to be the on switch all the time, but it needs to be purring, you know, like an engine that's running in the background, that you are in a constant state of connection to the divine, to your higher self, that you are aware, that you are lifting yourself up. You're aware of how easy it is to get pulled into fear, into doubt and negativity. Easy at this time to get pulled out of your center. So it is that that I want to especially work with you, and the beings who I will bring forward will enhance that work and bring you their perspective. So we're going to do some preparation today to lift up your energy, to receive and welcome a being from Arcturus who is called Charon. And then Charon comes forward to humanity at this time from that constellation of Arcturus, because they are your brothers and sisters who are teaching you a great deal at this time about your energy field. The whole of the energy field on Earth has to change. I'm sure you understand that. I'm sure you have felt it sinking, going lower and lower, and it is at an all-time low. And many things are coming to pass that you do not want to come to pass. You would not have chosen certain events that are occurring in your world, and they are everywhere, all around you. You would not have chosen them. You wonder, many of you, what am I doing here at such a dark time? And that's the thing. And that's what the Arcturian beings know. That each of you who have elected to carry this light forward are special beings. You have a special purpose. And you link together with millions of souls across the earth who have this special purpose, who have come to hold the light at a time of great darkness. So just opening your chakras. With this, you need to start every day with an awareness that your chakras are going to be kind of closing down as an instinct to protect yourself, to, in that sense, keep your energy safe. And I understand that, and I don't want you to stop that. I just want you to make safe space for yourself frequently in your day by putting, if you have got shungite crystals, put them around you, light a candle in every direction. Put yourself in that safe space, and then elevate your energy and connect with your higher self, the guides and helpers and ascended beings of light. That practice of connection is really what I want to talk to you all about. There are many of you here who may have heard me before. Bear with me and practice and help all your brothers and sisters to do this work together. When you do this work together, something extraordinary happens. You open a portal and more beings. I don't just mean a couple more, I mean hundreds, even thousands more beings of a higher vibration can come in. And you will feel that happen. So just breathing and opening your base chakra and see it opening really wide with a beautiful sense of expansion, visualizing it, and feel yourself gently spinning it, and feel your whole field full of a beautiful red energy that your body is drinking in, a power that comes from the earth as your roots go down and draw that energy up. Nice, deep, slow breathing. You are an instrument of the divine, and you are opening up, tuning up your instrument, your body, to be able to receive the elevated, ascended energies of divine presence in your physical body, coming up to your hara and seeing that beautiful orange center expanding, feeling the orange color surrounding you, and gently spinning that orb of your hara, of your sacral center. This energizing of your light body, very important for you to realize it's a moving, energetic constantly changing your light body. You are working on it. You're always working on yourself, becoming the best you can be. Nice deep breaths and feeling that sacral center very open and expanded. Feeling the warmth from the red and the orange come into all your internal organs, loving you, loving you. The divine beings love you, feel your love for you, so that you can bring their love in that loving connection, that you are here to make everything the best it can be in your life. And that starts with you. Big breaths and expanding now your solar plexus, your sunshine center, reaching right the way out and really enjoying the radiance that pours out from your golden solar plexus center, supporting your heart and gently spinning it. Seeing that everything is moving. Your whole light body is filling, drawing in energy from guides and helpers, from the divine, from around you. Breathing in, becoming part of the great company who are with you as you come up to your heart, feeling the love for your guides and helpers. Feel as though you are smiling and greeting them and embracing them. Make those movements that you would make towards a beloved. Thank you for coming. It is so wonderful that you are here with me. Honor your guides and helpers and all the ascended beings who come forward, giving thanks for their presence and expanding your heart and feeling the warmth flowing through your heart. I give thanks for the presence of these beloved beings who hold me, protect me, love me and bless me, who know me deeply, who know where I need this love and support, who know every part of my body and my heart and my mind, who know my past lives and all that I am working on here. I give thanks for their presence here with me. And feel the light pouring in from all around you. Feel the oneness of your being with all the light beings surrounding you here, where you are seated. Breathing deep, enjoying your connection with the beings of light. I give thanks that so many beings come forward to me who love me and care for me and who know who I am, that I am the expression, this unique expression of divine love incarnate in this body, in this heart, in this time upon the earth. I give thanks that they know how much I need support and help at this time. And I open my heart to receive all the help that is possible for me right now. And feeling how much that is as you call, as you lift up. And as you draw down this golden light, full of violet and silver, full of white light pouring into you, feeling the divine presence that is the pure light, the pure love, the pure thought. I open my heart to receive the love that replenishes me in the very depths of my being. I breathe it deeply in, into my lungs, into my heart, into all the organs here in my body. The love flows through me into the world, and it flows into me and dissolves all pain and fear, bringing me great strength and stamina, and I give thanks. And feel your voice that brings forward truth, beauty, love, and harmony, and peace. I open my throat center that the divine beings may speak through me, may speak to me, for your ears are part of this throat center. Opening, opening. I listen with all my heart to hear what my guides and helpers and the ascended beings want to say to me, show to me. Feeling that beautiful blue radiance expanding, reaching right out to the very edges of your field, opening this channel of communication, of communion, of expression. I give thanks for all that pours through me in expression from the divine source. Opening your third eye and feeling the expansion as though you open these vast windows out onto the cosmos and feel the beauty that you see as you look out into the worlds of light. And all your guides and helpers show you a beautiful vision of this earth, of the transformation of the human soul, of the dissolution of fear, greed, pain, disharmony, cruelty, and abuse. Feeling your heart and the green emanation that pours out and connects with all of nature and with your earth life, and feeling the roots that go down into the earth and the light that is pouring in from above, illuminating your sight, illuminating everything you are looking at. Opening your mind to know the truth that the divine beings, Goddess, God, Great Spirit, and all the named deities want to bring to you the truth. Asking for all the veils to be removed that you may know, that you may understand who you are, that you may be filled with the passionate love divine to power your days always here upon the earth. Special beings come forward to you from the worlds of light. There are many races who are especially aiding you at this time, whose wisdom and understanding, whose ascended vision and knowledge are vital to you at this time, are so important for you to know, to connect with, and to integrate into your physical, emotional, and mental lives. For you are indeed an intergalactic being. You always have been, only now this possibility shows itself, not just as a possibility, but as a probability almost a certainty that in your lifetime you can connect with these beings in ways you never have in any other life in this age of Kali Yuga. That this is a turning time, and it's been a very long time. And the turning is also very protracted. It goes on over a number of years. Not minutes, hours, weeks, or months, but years. And so you need this presence within you, and you need to know how to call it forward and be your own seer, your own master. That you are connected yourself through your ascended self, your higher self, who brings your human self into at-one-ment with the divine. And so today I introduce to you, beloved ones, a being most dear to my heart, with whom I have journeyed deeply, here upon the earth a very long time ago, and within the constellation of Arcturus, a fifth density energy being, who nevertheless dons his cloak, shall we say, of the astral realm in order to come through me, to come through this vehicle and speak to you. Kauran is his name. And so we welcome this brother to speak to you, and afterwards I will return. But it may be that you can ask questions of him before I return, and then there may still be time to ask questions of myself. And so I will now open up the space even more, and we welcome a Kauran into the Temple of Light. Oh, hello. Oh, greetings to you all. What a delight. Oh, greetings, beloveds.
Peace.
How wonderful. Thank you for inviting me here. My dear friend, the old Chinaman, of course, facilitates everything that I can do. I could never do it on my own. But I'm learning. I bless you all. What a wonderful gathering here in this Temple of Light. I see many bright, sparkling souls here, many of whom I recognize from other meetings we have had. Welcome to those I do know, and welcome to all of you who perhaps are meeting me for the first time, and I you in this form, though there are many of you I also recognize, though this is, we could say, the first time of this particular form of our meeting. I come forward to you from the constellation of Arcturus at this time on your earth. I have been practicing for many years. It does take a lot of skill to find this this voice that resonates in this physical universe. So I am evolving too in coming forward to you, and I thank you for the opportunity. Of course, you realize why I am here is because, well, we hope we can assist you at this time so that you can understand what is happening on your earth, or I would like to say, in your earth field. For your earth is not just a physical earth. It is an earth of many dimensions, just as you are a being of many dimensions. At the moment, you're choosing to prioritize the physical dimension, which is, I understand, having myself a long time ago experienced it. It is a very wondrous dimension. What a blessed thing it is to live a physical life. You know, many spirits wait for this wonderful opportunity and want it again and again. For some of you, however, this has been a very, very trying and very, difficult life, because you come in with your glorious colors and you find that it's hard to shine in the environment upon the earth at this time. In fact, many of you have had to adopt the policy of hiding your light, and really finding that very constricting and almost being afraid to shine. And I truly understand that, because I can see that there are beings who have done great harm to you in the past, and you know very well that some of those beings are very much still present, and still you can sense you have to take care of yourself. You do. That is quite right. I wonder if you understand, well, shall we say what I understand, rather than saying it is the be-all and end-all of all understanding, as we are all growing all of the time. But I wonder if you understand that we're all connected, that, I have made myself, more skilled and able to speak in this way. But beings are speaking to you all the time on the inside if you listen, and many of you do know that, and you really do listen. But this time now, it's really important that you listen to those beings in your world who are bringing us through from the other dimensions of light. We're all connected. We're not separate. We don't sort of journey for millions of light years. We are connected through consciousness. So my thought travels well way faster than the speed of light, as does yours. And so as you call to us, as you ask for help, as you pray, as you work with divine beings, we are able then, on that elevated thought form, we literally instantly can connect with you. That's how it is. And that's what I see here around you. Millions of beings, but so connected that you could just say that it is a vast and most extraordinary, translucent rainbow light that is emanating from your gathering. And as it emanates, it's lifting the whole gathering into the next dimension. And as this whole gathering with its light emanating is coming into the fourth dimension and the higher levels of the fourth dimension, of course it's much, much easier for us who are working from these higher dimensions to contact you. And that's what we're trying to do. So why would we be contacting you, dear fellow brothers and sisters, beautiful beings gathered here? Why? Why are we coming? Is there something we know, perhaps, that we are told because time is different? It is not the same, the time reality here. We can see, well, we could say what is past, what is future. Sometimes it is not clear which is past and which is future, for oftentimes the past replays itself, depending on what is being created. And we are speaking here about Earth, relating to Earth's past and future. But this is what we see, that at this time, on the timeline, on the linear time of your Earth, a lot is coming forward, you could say, of the past and the future, sort of concertinaed up into this moment. What that does, it means that you have all these possibilities. And that's my most important message to you, that you have all these possibilities of what could happen on your earth at this time. Because it has been, well, dark, full of pain, sorrow, fear, war, turmoil, disharmony, fighting, arguing, separation for a very long time. I think you would agree with me there. Many of you wonder why you've come back again. I understand why you wonder. It's not much fun when it's like that upon your earth. And yet I see that you all manage to create wonderful realities. And that is a testament to your spiritual awareness, to your personal power. And that is why I'm here, to explain this choice that you have and what you can do about it. That it is your choice what you will experience, whatever anyone may say. However much fear is pointed at you or threatened upon you, it is your choice. However, just as leading up to now you may have been confused or in a state of wondering about that very fact, do I have a choice? Am I free? Can I just say what will happen to me? Just as that has been the case up to now, now it is even more the case, the critical case, that you, having the choice, must make the choice. So decide inside yourself, for sure, absolutely, once and for all, with all your heart, that you want to bring the divine light to shine upon the earth through your being, through your works, through your words, through your art, through your dance, through all your expression. Make that choice with all your heart right now. I'm sure you have already, in truth, or you would not be here. But as you all combine and make this choice together, what happens? I wish I could show you. It's like a miracle that the great hosts of angels, of beings of very high dimensionality, are enabled to add their power to yours and through your bodies to affect the physical plane. That is what matters right now, affecting the physical plane in benign and wondrous and miraculous ways. That takes unity. One mind, one thought, one intention, one power of love. Harmony. Harmony is when the divine presence creates one sound that yet is many sounds, one love that yet is many loves, one light that yet is many colors. Feel that truth. It's already happening right now, because I can see exactly what all of you are choosing. Of course you are choosing the greatest love, the greatest light, the divine power to flow through you and create here on earth a new way to be. And feel how there are leaders, teachers, gurus in the great council of the light, who have been on earth many times, who have seen So many wars, so much destruction, so much pain, so much hardship. And we are here to support you, to eradicate, to erase, to heal, to dissolve those memories, those genes within you that carry those memories. They know how to cleanse them, clear them. Many of you have worked with fire in the physical world, and you all work, I see, with candles, with the sacred flame. So you know then the power of fire, which is not just physical. So if I call up the dragons of fire, they are extraordinary beings who obey your command to consume and transform old pain, abuse, cruelty, fear, loss, grief, rage. So we feel the dragons who dwell in the worlds of light, and we call those dragons of fire to help you as we work together to clear your field. Spirit dragons, spirit fire, and you are spirit beings, as we all are who come to share with you. Of course, you have this wonderful physical body and this wonderful physical earth, but I want to work with you in your vision mind. Come with me and feel your third eye strongly vibrating. Feel all your energy focus through that third eye as you look out and realize the power that you have in your mind. Realize that divine mind works through you. Divine mind that creates opportunities for love, for the evolution of your soul towards greater and greater, unconditional, infinite love. Feel love filling every cell of your physical body. And feel yourself coming into your body of light, full of love. I want you to imagine that you are the creator, creatrix, God, goddess. I want you to imagine that you are right now sending your power of creation from the divine source of all that is, that you are one with the divine. And through you, this creation power is traveling faster than the speed of light, pouring onto the earth. And wherever it touches the earth, it creates great beauty. Beauty of plants and trees and flowers, beauty of people, of children, of women and men, materializing from the worlds of light, angelic beings walking on earth. Wherever you look, you can see this beauty. Mountains and rivers and valleys filled with flowers and trees and people dwelling in the beauty way, in harmony with nature. Some live in the earth and some live in the trees and some live in beautiful structures that you can barely see until you come upon them and you realize they are part of nature. That human beings are living in harmony with nature, gently walking upon the earth. And there is something interesting about the earth you see. It has a quality of light, a certain shimmering quality of light. People have this quality. All of nature has this quality. And you see that animals, and they are very well, and you see animals that you have not seen for a long time. For rest assured that in the worlds of light where we are working, all beings can be called forward to appear to you. All the beings you want to see upon the earth, the great variety of wild beings, of birds, of animals, of water beings, all the fertilizing beings who fly in the air, the insects, swarms of bees. Feel how nature is so abundant with this life force that abounds inside her body. It is especially important for you to envisage now a body of water, of natural water, inland water, a lake, a stream, a river, flowing, sparkling, pure. Feel how the light dances in the water. The light that flows from the central sun of creation energizes the water and fills the water with light. You can feel that the water is alive. If you go forward and bathe in the water, it has a special quality and you float. It is as though the water embraces you. It is so healing. And it is just the right temperature for your body. Throughout all the dimensions, all the elements are in the worlds of light, earth and air, of fire and water, are within the ethers, within the ascended realms, tangible, visible. You can sense them. This realm wherein we are traveling is just right there. It's the same realm you journey in when you dream. It's right there. I am not making anything up, just guiding you to come into the world of light that is your world of light. Right here. Are you able to feel what I am saying? Can you sense where you are and start to walk? Feel the grass on your feet. Come to a tree and touch the tree. Feel the rough bark. Breathe and feel the emanations of the tree that you are touching. Listen and hear the voice of the tree. You can feel the wisdom, the ancient wisdom of the tree being. This is so important for you to work with and understand. Imagine that you were once a child and you didn't know that you could reach up and open the door and go through to another room. It's no different. Lift yourself up and realize that you can walk through this gateway into the world of your creation, and that as you do this and create this vibration, this reality through your imaging, through your third eye, through the activity of your pineal and pituitary glands, what is happening is you are creating substance that manifests in your life. Do not ask how or why, just know that it is so. It is the law of light. In the beginning is light. Then light expresses through sound. So as you create, as I speak and you create, this sound is making reality. And that is why I say to you, say it out loud, what you see. When you are creating, include your throat center, speak it out loud. I see the trees. I see a beautiful forest. I see the flowers that grow at the base of the trees. As I walk along this beautiful pathway, I smell the damp earth and the leaves that have fallen. I feel them beneath my feet as I walk. I see the squirrels that climb the trees and the rabbits that run in the undergrowth. I see beings that canter in the distance, deer and fox, badger and wolf. I see the beings that I love. And as you speak, you are creating form. You can also do this without speaking, but the speaking assists you to create, to believe, to understand. Belief is very important, my brothers and sisters. I am trying to explain to you the nature of reality that you are literally about to step into. That's your choice. The choice is, you could say, to go backwards or forwards, in one manner of speaking, or we could say down or up, or we could say the choice is to stay where you are or evolve into the true you, the you, your higher self you, the you have come here to be upon this earth. Life is eternal, never ending, and each one of you, with your special purpose here upon the earth, part of your family, of your ancestry, arriving here on earth to do this work for all your people, this work of lifting up, work of ascension, of reaching your higher self and embodying your higher self. That is what we understand, the Arcturian race. We understand where you are and the choices that you are given at this time. It is simply about deciding. I understand. I hear some of you. I hear one question, is it the same in that elevated vibration? Is it the same as here upon the earth? And I say to you, yes. Yes, it is the same in the best sense and completely different in so many ways. It is the same in that it is a real world that you inhabit. It is different in that it is the world you create. And you can create this world and your neighbor might create a completely different world right there. That is what is happening upon the earth right now. That you have the possibility to move in a very special way forward into a kind of life that you had always dreamed of. A life of less darkness and much, much more light. Of less fear and vast amounts of love and compassion. Of very little pain. And mostly joy, pleasure, and delight. What does it take, my dear Earth brothers and sisters? What does it take to move into this new paradigm? It takes a lot of courage, a lot of deep understanding from the spirit of you, beyond the mind, from the place that believes, that has total faith in the divinity at the center of your being. It takes listening and being willing to love with all your heart, to care for each other and to care for yourself. And when I say care for each other, I do mean all beings, animals, birds, all the insects, water beings, all the beings, to care and to love. It's like the floor that you stand on. And when you find yourself in any kind of anger, grief, loss, fear, it is not to judge yourself, but to understand that in those moments you need more love. To understand that you can access that love for yourself. And also that each other, you may come forward to bring that love to each other. This really matters, this coming together, this expression of unity and community. For this is your true nature, the true nature of all beings born of the divine source, which we all are. And we experience here, within the Arcturian vibration, great unity of mind and of heart. That is why we are experiencing this dimension of love, of expansion, of joy that we bring to you. So feeling that power in your mind, in your inner sight, feel it, know it. What does it feel like to look out and see this beautiful earth that you are creating? Feel the relief that is in your heart when you realize that you are a creator, that you can make a difference. For you know that you are needed upon the earth, just as I know you called to me and to my many brothers and sisters who love to come forward and be with you here upon the earth. The Chinaman says that you may wish to ask me questions, and so I will stop for a moment. If you wish to ask me questions, please do.
Peace. This is Janet, I think.
Yes.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hi there.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Greeting.
Blessings and love.
Blessings and love.
When I was reading the description for today, I saw the words ringing in the ears. And I would love to know more about that. I've had that for over 8 years.
Thank you for your question. I see it. I see the bells ringing. I do see it. What I think is that you haven't quite understood how to open the ears a little more. So have you ever tried to actually imagine that the channels in your light body are opening, like as though you had a microphone just there and being speaking to you? Have you ever tried to open these channels? Because I can see that you could hear if you did so.
No, I've never tried that. I don't know anything about that.
So were you there when the old Chinaman was opening the chakras? Were you there?
Yes and no. I'm at work and I'm listening while I'm working, so it's very difficult.
I suggest that when you have time in your own time, that you understand that you have a think inside yourself about the fact that here on earth you have these physical ears, and then you have a body of light, and they're ringing the bells because you could wake up and you could hear in that body of light. You could see with those spirit eyes. You have the potential to develop that body of light to be an instrument of divine seeing and divine hearing. And so I know that the Chinaman can help you in that regard as well. Of course, I am simply describing to you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing really big capacity to hear the spirits, but you have to work at it.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Thank you so much, Lovey.
I wish you a wonderful journey of awakening, dear one.
Oh, thank you so much. Love to you.
Oh, great love.
Great blessings.
Thank you, Janet. Okay, Dada, we're going to unmute you. Um,
Hi, Gerald. Can you hear me?
Hi there. Hello.
Greetings,
Thank you
sister.
so much.
Greetings to you.
I am so grateful to be on the call. It was beautiful to hear the meditation, and also, as the previous caller, I would like to know not just about the hearing and the ringing in the ear, but also what is my connection? How do I open up my connection to the light, to my higher self? I've been meditating and working on my energy field for 5 years, and I seem to be not getting the results I would have hoped for. This is also due to my stress in my body and feeling unwell for 5 years. If you could please give me any details, any information, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Greetings, sister. I see that you are dwelling in a vibration that is beneath. It is too low for you. This is composed of people, but also the actual physical environment. There is a lot of negativity in your environment, if you understand me. Sometimes if you have these capacities, you have to take a special care, like a plant, that not all plants need the same type of environment. I would like to pick you out, if I could, of your environment and put you in a much clearer environment where there is much more elevated energy, such as you have in certain parts of your nature, where the nature is pure, where the air is pure, where there is mountainous energy, or where the energies of nature are elevated for different reasons, sometimes because of the actual location, as in it's over a power point where there's more energy. You need energy. You are exhausted.
I feel that, yes.
And you are also not just exhausted, but you are somewhat depressed because you so long, I see your beautiful heart, I see your longing, I see a lot of pain in your heart and in your emotional body, which is partly why you are drawn into the situation that you are in. It is quite a big subject. The first thing, though, that I say to you is to get yourself into a place where you have support in terms of nature, in terms of people, in terms of your environment, because you are working at a disadvantage in so many ways in your physical circumstances. That does also include what you are eating and what is in the food that you are eating. To really understand, your body is saying no on so many levels, and you have to listen to it. So that is why we come back to the listening. And so this is, of course, a relatively short answer because I am not allowed to spend too much time, but I really do encourage you to take great care of yourself and listen in to what your deepest desire is for your life, and think to yourself, why would I wait? What am I waiting for to do that which is my deepest longing, to do that which my heart leads me towards? This is the question that you need to ask yourself, dear sister. I wish you very well upon your journey of self-discovery, of listening and really believing that your heart, your inner being, has the right answer and is speaking to you at the moment by saying, no, I do not wish to be here. I do not wish to be doing this. I do not feel comfortable where I am. And to ask all the spirits that I can see are around you to guide you forward in your next steps on earth. I bless you, dear one. I bless you.
Thank you, Karen.
Okay, Lisa, I feel very connected to the Arcturians. Are the messages I receive from you, or do you have a name from my guide, or is it a collective? Is there something I can do to connect stronger?
Yes, sister, I can see that you are very connected to us. The answer is that sometimes it's a collective, and sometimes it is a brother of yours who is called Icturian. Icturian. He is a brother who shows himself, greetings to you, who is he is a master builder. He is you could say an architect in that sense. The constructs that are made here are most beautiful, often crystalline, cathedral-like, multicolored. The universe that we occupy, you would love to walk in our world. And so he shows them to you, Icturian, and he brings you many visions, he says. Perhaps these are in your dreams, or perhaps you see them on the inside in your mind. So yes, indeed, dear one, you are very connected and you have family there around you. And Icturian is the one who comes forward to speak with you on the inside. And you can trust what you see and what he says to you. This is a time when those who are able to vision, who are able to understand the ascended energy field, you are really needed upon the earth to bring your visions forward and to inspire and uplift all those who open themselves to your light. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. Blessings to you.
Blessings, Lisa. From Rachel Gold. Hello, beloved. Can you tell me, please, if the name Daya, said Daya, D-A-I-Y-A, represents my soul's purpose in this lifetime, or should I stay with my North main, Rach?
Greetings, dear sister. So much love to you. Wonderful to speak to you again here in this way. And so, yes, your name, I think you are pronouncing it Daya. And it is, of course, an ancient name of yours, a name that links back and is pronounced variously in different lives and brings us to that divine connection of your being with the divine feminine aspect of your being especially. And you bring, of course, through that vibration so much light in, and it elevates you in your life. Your earthly name is also important to connect to it, because through that earthly name you can ground this force, really, this force of light. Sometimes the force of the light has been very strong for you, and you've had to kind of, well, I suppose I would say you've had to stay in your earthly self for a while to ground. What we can see is that you are becoming more balanced and more able to bring that presence in that we would call your higher ascended self. So Daya is that being who links you back and back through time. And of course, the name can sound different in different times, but this is what you have brought forward that literally brings the vibration, and I can see it going right the way back and threading through this beautiful aspect of your being that you are working with in this life, and who does inform you and lead the way for yourself and all your family members at this time. I am delighted to speak to you. Do not be afraid to work with Daya, as she is indeed speaking loudly to me and showing me so much that you are creating at this time. Creating on the inside, perhaps you see it all, perhaps you only see some of it, but it is strong and your creative power is great and much needed. Share it with others if you can, and especially with those in your family who can hear you and support you as you walk forward, part of this great company of creator beings. Bless you, dear sister. Thank you for your question.
Eve Lucia, please define starseeds as it pertains to humans. Why do starseeds resonate so strongly with messages from Chung Fu and his ascended buddies? Good question.
Many of you here are what I would term starseed. What that means is that you remember recent lifetimes in other constellations, and that you are seeding that star energy by your physical incarnation upon the earth. The Chinaman has many ascended company with him, and when he brings those beings in who dwell still in the higher vibration in the ascended dimensions, these energies are something you especially need, who are star seed beings, who are incarnate here and need that particular food, that resonance, that radiance, without which you starve. You find it very difficult to stay on earth. In fact, many of you leave unless you can make that connection for yourself to your star family and those who are bringing the right food, the right energy food in for you. I hope that assists your understanding. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Termaz, thank you so much for the guidance and connection. My question, what else do I need to do to become a more conscious portal for spirit to come through?
Greetings, dear brother. How wonderful to see you there. What a beautiful soul. What a beautiful heart. But you are afraid. You are afraid of your own power. I am not sure you have been properly introduced to your power self so that you can befriend him. You have, as I see, and I'm shown a lot here by the Chinaman as well, many lives where, shall we say, your raw power, it has challenged you, made life difficult for you. In this life, it is for you to stand in that power, but to unify it, to balance it with love, with heart love, of which you have a great deal, but again, you are not quite sure whether to trust that love in your heart. So this is about you understanding the balance between power and love, which we could also say that you as an evolving soul are finding the perfect balance between your masculinity and your femininity, or your yang and yin nature. And of course, you will find that in life, you are constantly confronted, which makes you stand ever more in the very center where there is no imbalance, no toppling to one side or the other, but just presence, love, and power of love. This is an evolution for you, a very important evolution in this life. But it does start, as we are seeing, with a realization that though you are strong and already powerful, you have within you this place of fear, It can express as lack of confidence, unsurety and doubt. That is how you know it. That is how you identify it. And when it comes forward, then it is time for you to remember that this part of you is the part you came to change, transform, love. This part that carries the fear needs that love so that you can break out of the constraints that you may be able to feel are around your heart. And as you break out and feel confident in the love that you are, in the balance of divine feminine and masculine within you, everything on the outside will start to shift and change, and your path will be made very clear in front of you. You have the qualities of leadership. You have the qualities of standing up and being seen and being able to lead others in that beautiful journey of self-discovery that you are on yourself. We wish you very well, and we believe that you are at the very brink of a new time in your life, a time of expansion, a time of liberation and elevation. Blessings to you, brother.
Alana, how can I most easily raise my vibration when my energy is low due to health issues?
Thank you for your question, and it is a question which will be in the minds of many. Of course, the vibration comes before the health. You could say that you have been dealing, I'm sure you would agree with me, with many layers of pain, of confusion, of loss and fear. And so it's there that really the work is needed, or we could say the love is needed. I am sure you are aware within yourself of a great hunger, a longing for love. I would like you to imagine, beautiful sister, how much love there is around you. If you could imagine yourself in a beautiful bed of soft pink flowers with a beautiful aroma, and you are just lying, and the flowers, however, they are beings, and so they bring themselves to caress you. They bring love all over your body in a very sensual way. They take away from your body memories of pain and loneliness, places of fear and isolation. I see within you an old story of abandonment where you really have experienced being so alone, and that this story has replicated itself. It's repeated itself. I know it is a hard thing to say in many ways, but I invite you to change that story. To understand that you created all the stories, all the circumstances of your life, and that this is your great chance now to change the story. You could write it or you could speak it. If you remember how I said to you that it is important to speak out loud, tell a new story, beautiful sister. Imagine a new story. Let us say your story is, I was born and then I was abandoned. Then your new story would say, I was born and I was surrounded by a great family who loved me and held me and lifted me up. And every day they were there for me. And every day they held me close and made me feel so safe. And so on throughout your life, changing each nodal point until you really do believe it is different than it was physically for you, which I am not arguing. But if you could understand this multiple option situation that also applies to the past. It's difficult for your rational mind because you think, well, how can that be? I mean, I have lived this life and it has been so, and I feel exhausted from it and depleted from it. I feel wounded from it. I feel depressed and afraid. My vibration has been brought low by this. I understand, and I am not arguing that this reality has been created. I just want you to try and understand what I am saying, that I'm not saying you created it to make you feel bad. I'm saying you created it so that you realize you can create something else. That is my best wisdom for you. I hope that it helps you. Call to me so that I may walk with you. You have to invite me. I am so happy to walk with you and show you every day how you have to create it to be different and to have been different. That is the hardest thing, I think, for you in this dialogue between us. I hope that my words are some support to you and that you may be able to do this training of your mind and your heart and your subconscious mind and your body. Everything that you create affects your body. If you say out loud, I am in the best possible health, my body in the best possible health. I have all the help I need. My body receives love, kindness, compassion all the time from many, many beings of light who surround me, brothers and sisters who care for me, who want me to be well. Every time you feel low, just try speaking the words, even if what happens is that you don't believe your words and your not believing wins. Try again. Maybe an hour later in your time. Keep trying. Because what will happen at one point is that you will have a breakthrough. You will feel better and you will understand the science of creation, that it begins in the mind, that you yourself are connected to the mind divine. And that divine mind is working with your mind. And as you create it, so it comes to be. I bless your journey in this new creation, dear sister.
Thank you. There's one more caller, and then we're going to come back to you, Karan. Hello.
Hello, is it me you're speaking with?
Hi.
Hi, it's Karen in Australia.
Hello.
Greetings, dear sister. Greetings to you. Wonderful.
My question is about the fires in Australia and the rainforests. And some years ago, many rainforests burnt in Victoria. And recently, many rainforests and many vegetation types burnt on Eastern Australia and Western Australia and elsewhere. And I'm wondering if you have insight as to things we can do to help these precious energies return to their full expression.
Yes, dear sister. I share in your sadness of the destruction that I see upon the earth in many places, and especially the wanton destruction of forests and precious species of beings, of animals and birds. We send so much healing to your earth in these places always. I have to say to you that there are upon your earth those beings who do not understand the land, who do not know how to manage the extreme heat of your country. In times gone by, there were those who did understand and who managed fires and kept them in special ways. They worked the fire. It was considered necessary to allow the fire to burn like a living element that needed food and does need food. And they understood the solar energies and how to manage those fires in a rhythm, we could say, in a harmony with the other elements. What has been happening upon your earth is a great imbalance. This is an imbalance of consciousness. I'm sure you are very well aware of. You are not one who is unconscious, but there are many. And those who are in control do not, unfortunately, understand the necessity for deep connection with the earth and with all the elements. So there is this imbalance which has been part of the equation. There is also the fact of the manipulation of the land mass by unseen powers that have in fact caused certain energies to go out of balance. So it is not all entirely due to the human beings who are obviously in power, nor to those who, we could say, are still learning to look after your lands. There are energies that are interfering and causing throughout the planet disturbance, and we are your allies in that sense that we're working with many beings of light to bring balance back to your earth. What can you do? Study the old ways. Find a connection with indigenous elders who know how to manage the extreme heat of your land, and especially at the height of the summer season, and who are willing to teach and propagate as much knowledge as you can from those old ways. Of course, we are going to recommend as well these ways of connecting with the ancient spirits, and especially those, I can see so many trying to help you engender life again. Prayer is always an elevating energy, dear sister, connecting one with another, sending loving offerings in ritual and ceremony. I see that many of you are doing this, sending healing to the living earth and understanding that the earth, the air, the fire and the water are all expressing imbalance upon the earth at this moment, and that the more you can all join together to learn, to understand the ways of the elements and how to keep them in balance, the more these living beings will respond to you and bring about balance once again in your land. Peace to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming forward, all of you. And of course, I want you to know that I see you, I hear you. Thank you so much for being here and welcoming me. At this time on your earth, I would like to say to you, be aware, open your eyes and open your ears and understand that, as the old Chinaman says to you very often, you are the warriors of the light. You are holding the light for the whole of humanity. You are going through a great portal where there is a lot of light for you to avail yourselves of. You may find in the next while that light will seem to close down, but don't be fooled. That's only in a certain way, in appearance, on the outside, you could say. Remember that I am always here, communicating with you, listening to you, and many of my brothers and sisters are here with you, and many other planetary beings, both from within your galaxy and beyond. Beings, that is, from other planets and other stars. This is one of my perhaps most passionately felt messages to you. Please let us in. We are brothers and sisters of the light with you. The Earth is a most important and beautiful planet. We are close to you now because we want to assist you to keep your vibration high, to know that we are here, that we are working with you. However, we can only do that if you keep your vibration open to us, that we may bring the light in through you. For though we resonate the light into the earth, it is through your bodies that this light is grounded into the earth in ways that affect the human element of your earth. For you are beings of great beauty and great light and power. And the beings who are trying to assist you to, in that sense, illuminate with your light, those beings want to take your light without, you could say, asking as such. They would like to steal it. And so we say to you, illuminate your body of light and then protect yourselves. Realize that we are here. Call us in. Understand that, yes, we come forward, but to bring us into the physical realm requires your permission, requires your invitation. And what that sounds like where you are is that you bless us, that you love us, that you send us that love and that light and that recognition and that invitation. I bless you, each and every one. Know that I am here. Call upon me. I am Kauran, but I have many brothers and sisters. Today you met another one, Ikhturian. Understand that there are many. I have Lothian here. He is one of my brothers, and there are many more. Trust what you hear inside your heart. Trust the small voice that comes forward when you are silent in meditation. Listen to the love and the light, and try to breathe out any feelings of anxiety, worry, or fear. May you feel the radiance of our presence. May you always know that you are surrounded by our love, that you are safe, protected, here in the worlds of light, with us, and that this protection we bring onto the physical plane when you call us in, when you invite us to be part of your life. Blessings to you all, And I am sure I will see you and speak with you again, each and every one. Thank you so much for being here and inviting me into your temple of light. Blessings to you all.
I wondered if I might ask for a prayer that we could all use to call you in.
Certainly, dear brother, I would be delighted. These are the kinds of prayers, they are like invocations, you would probably say. I open myself to the presence of all the ascended beings of light who surround me, great brother sisterhood, who come forward from the universe to fill my heart with love, to bring me clarity of thought and strength in my body. I give thanks for your presence with me here today, for all the love and inspiration, for the healing and the blessings you bring into my life. And so it is. And of course, I am just giving you an example. Please be free. Understand, we come when you call us with your heart. Thank you, dear ones. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Farewell. Thank you to beloved Kauran, brother of the light, brother from Arcturus. We give thanks to you for your presence here today. And so, dear ones, feeling inside yourself where you are now, noticing indeed how questions do come forward from within your beautiful human selves. And I will make a little time myself to answer a few more of your questions, and then we will make sure your questions are answered between now and the next time we come forward to help you elevate your field, your energy. So understanding, dear ones, that is the subject, the most important subject in your life right now. I know there's a lot that's important. I know you are beset, many of you, with so many problems. I understand. Even more so do I say to you, connect with the divine, connect with God, Goddess, Great Spirit, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Connect with love. Connect with the starseed beings and the extraterrestrial beings who are coming forward. Understand who you are and what is possible for you at this time. Don't give up. Don't give up for a moment. So I'm just going to do a little practice with you. For those of you who are wondering if there can be a little more assistance with connecting the beings of light from other dimensions. So I'd like you to imagine that your crown center is like a portal, but like also a satellite dish, as is like a big opening into the cosmos, into the worlds of light. And then feel your heart is like the reception chamber. It is like the beings arrive and they come into your heart. Just like when you connect to the earth, you can feel that you are invited to step into your body and be here upon the earth. Feel as though you are inviting beings of light to come and alight into your heart, to be here within the light body of your being, within your heart center. And coming into your heart center, feel it expanding and becoming like a garden, like a beautiful garden, a spirit garden, a garden full of all that you have imagined to be most beautiful upon the earth, with trees and flowers. A beautiful garden. You can see around the edges beautiful trees. You can see it is indeed your garden, your being, your special spirit garden, place of healing, place of welcoming. This is where you, your higher self, also arrive. Feel as though you could walk out through the gateway of your heart into your spirit garden. Invite all the beings you can imagine, and don't be afraid to imagine them. Angelic beings, guides and helpers, human ancestors, beings you love, deities. Oftentimes when you invite the deities, they kind of appear and then disappear. They come and go a little bit. And the ascended beings the same. Sometimes you see them and sometimes they seem to disappear and then they reappear again. Just relax and be in your garden like the great host or hostess, inviting all the beings into your personal heart spirit garden. Take a nice big breath. Remember that the intention is everything. Don't judge yourself. Well, I can't see them. I don't know. What am I supposed to imagine? I don't know. Don't worry about all that thinking, which is perfectly normal. Just keep going back to that simple idea that you are sitting in a beautiful garden and beings are coming in to be with you. Beings who dwell in other parts of the universe in beautiful realities of light. And I say light, but they look just like the reality you are seeing in beautiful places upon the earth. So Kauran started to describe to you his world, where there are beautiful multicolored buildings, often made of crystal. Often you can see through them. Sometimes you can see into them and see beings dwelling within these beautiful structures. Sometimes you know that angelic beings dwell there and they come and go from other parts of the light spectrum. As you look across this beautiful constellation, you can see that there are many stars in this constellation. And you can see that you are choosing this one place at the moment and you are seeing a lot of colors. And that all planets have many dimensions to them. And here Arcturus, the constellation, is in its fifth dimensionality. And so all the beings are working with higher mind and with higher consciousness and are making great beauty everywhere. There are beautiful healing streams of crystalline water, and you can lay in them. And here in this higher dimensionality, which you can see through from your spirit garden. In this higher dimensionality, beings come forward to you to bless you and love you. In your spirit garden, you are connected to all these dimensions. Love comes to you from the divine source. Love that feels like pure nectar. Love that is elevating, inspiring. Love that nurtures your soul. Feel what you need in yourself right now, in your human self. And literally see yourself receiving what you need. Perhaps it is healing. Perhaps it is money. Perhaps it is love. Just see it and feel yourself receiving it. Opening up. Feel what qualities you need in your life right now, what kind of emotions you need in your body. Certainty, confidence, courage, and feel as though you're just drinking those qualities in, deeply into you. And speak the words, I am filled with courage. I am filled with confidence. I am filled with stamina. I am filled with compassion. And feel how as you open your heart wider and wider as you sit or lie in your spirit garden, beings are just coming up and giving you gifts, beautiful gifts. Sometimes they bring you offerings of ointments, of flowers, of crystals. Sometimes they lay their hands upon you, sometimes many at a time, cradling you in their love. Feel yourself receiving strength, courage, love. Blessings. I am strong. I receive all the love I need to lift me up, to bring me confidence, positivity, certainty, and courage. Breathing deep, literally realizing that you have to bring those energies into your physical body with your will, with your intention. I drink in the love. I drink in and absorb the strength. There are so many different ways that you can make the affirmation, but above all, believe it. I am creating the perfect life for myself, my beloveds, my family. In my creation, I am strong and radiant. I am full of joy and love. Abundance comes to me in the beauty way, the greatest of ease. I am protected and safe. I radiate my love and share it with many, many beings who are co-creators with me of this beautiful new world, this new earth. My life is filled with love. My life is filled with light, kindness and joy and compassion. All the beings throughout the universe emanating from the divine source are assisting me and all of us at this time to create this beautiful new reality upon the earth. I am one with all beings of light. With my feet on the ground, I bring the divine light to radiate here upon the earth through my being. I give thanks. So it is. And feeling yourself coming back in, I'm going to listen to one or two questions that you may want to ask as Jerome deems fit, with time available now. Peace, dear ones. I listen.
Dawn, question. My computer became overheated and shut down when you were sending light and protection. Will I have received it anyway to help raise my vibration? I had to relight my candles too, and I became very hot.
Yes, dear one, you definitely received it, beloved. The intention is everything. Peace, dear one, you are in a very live state of receptivity. All is well. Peace, dear one.
Lucy, greetings. May I humbly ask, I have been so drawn to the Avalon in Glastonbury, ancient times. I have been visiting it, but I felt so much energy in myself, also so much crying, like something happened in my past lives there. May I have a past life connection? Have I had a past life connection there, I think she's trying to say. I also so much doubt myself. If I could do some healing work in future, how may I know my path? I feel so struggling in my life. Thank you so much.
Could you give me the full name, please?
It just says Lucy.
All right.
So maybe Lucy, if you could give your full name. I don't know.
All right. I am just going to tune in. Thank you. Peace, dear one. Ah, yes, beloved. Yes, you have been here at very distressing times. There has been one particular life, which
Lucy Samoji, I can't pronounce
Thank
that,
you.
sorry.
I have got her. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, dear one. So, there are two lives coming forward. One was difficult. One was most wonderful. The wonderful life where you were very connected to the earth, where you were a priestess here in this land and held sacred space here. That is the earlier life. That was a very beautiful life, a very peaceful life, a life really undisturbed, the kind of life that you dream of having again. You came back to serve a second time, to try to hold the light at a time when there was a lot of interference, some dark energies coming in, many of your friends coming under the influence, yes, it was a very difficult time, being either killed or imprisoned. This was a time actually when you were a man, you were a monk in the abbey of Glastonbury, when there was the fall of the abbey. And so when you go there, when you journey here, when you go into that place, you would probably find a lot of difficult feelings might come, but you also might find that big heart opening, that the weeping, it is very healing. It's that the priestess self, you could say, comes forward and helps you deal with that pain of the loss of so many friends, so many beloveds in that second time you came. And there's a yearning in you for deep peace and for beauty, for the beauty way, for you to be able to walk in peace, in your true and beautiful energy here on the earth. I understand, dear one, there's a lot of pain that you're shifting. So yes, it would do you a lot of good to, in some way, engage yourself upon a sacred path of rediscovery of this part of your higher self that is wanting to come through and express itself in your life. Peace, dear one.
Peace. Sophie, are you okay to come and read a couple?
Marilyn is asking, in these times of isolation, would it be timely to continue planning spiritual gatherings in person for August?
I would suggest probably not, dear one, only because to preserve your energy. I mean, I'm not saying for definite that it won't be possible, but I certainly think that at this time you would find that most of your governing bodies are not going to be facilitating that for a number of reasons which aren't really, you could say, valid reasons. They're not real reasons, but they are the reasons that are being brought forward in this very difficult time. As I have explained in many of my transmissions, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, a conflict, and it is not at all resolved. And so upon the earth, you have got that kind of stasis of energy that's very shocking for all of you. Yes, it is not an easy time upon the earth. I would suggest preserving your energy and really looking at some other way, if you can, to do a gathering of some kind that is not probably not on the physical plane right now. Now, having said that, of course, if you gather the people to do it and it does become possible, well, that would be absolutely wonderful. And, you know, however, I understand it takes a lot to organize. So prepare yourself for doing something slightly different than a physical gathering. Peace to you, one.
A lady called Jane Clark, who is in Canada, like Marilyn there. But this was actually more a question to Karan, but I will just put it anyway. It was, greetings, beloved Karan. I've been given the knowledge that I can heal using my third eye as a beam of light that is sent to whoever and whatever requires healing and transmutation. I use the violet ray and other rays to do so. However, this has to be fine-tuned, and I ask you how to do this and who I would ask for assistance. I'm then going to read another question which she's brought forward a little bit later. Hello, beloved Chung Fu. What do I need to know at this moment to clarify and bring more into physical manifestation my mission to bring forth the total freedom of humanity? My focus is on freedom, source love, harmony, prosperity, unity, and well-being for all.
I see you, dear one. Thank you, Jane. I can see your energy is very beautiful and very strong. I can see. I also can see that you are ready for yet another level of, well, exactly liberation, emancipation, but actually ascension. That you are being empowered, and of course you recognized Karan, and you do work already with a lot of other dimensional beings. So that is partly what I would suggest to you, is that you open up these centers, the pineal and the pituitary, these centers in your mind, that you actually see them stretched and opening, that you, a bit like an athlete does, stretches and pulls their limbs to be the most of what they can be. Imagine you are stretching, that you could take hold of either side of the eye, and carefully but gently, but nevertheless stretch it and pull it and feel it extending and expanding, not just to the side but up as well, in the vertical sense. And then just stop for a minute and look and listen and visualize the light as you do, and you'll find more light, and the next level will come, which is it's like a white rainbow light. That is the next level of light that you may well see coming through. Remember your breathing, and that is absolutely right, that you are capable to bring a great deal of healing, and it's causal healing. So what that means with your healing is it's not necessarily the case that the person receiving the healing will have just, an easy time. What will happen is that a lot of light will come to bear for them, and they will understand a great deal, and they will move accordingly through certain processes they need to go through. So that part of it really is not for you to concern yourself with, if you see what I am saying. Just have faith in what you're doing. And I would also say to you, focus your energy on beings you don't necessarily know personally, but you do know what they're doing or what they're not doing. Leaders, politicians, government officials, people that you can see are not acting in the beauty way, are not in the resonant field of light and love. And just call for protection around you and send that ray to those beings. Understand that that is something I would say to all of you as well. That is very necessary for you to take your part, stand up inside your light work and send the light where it is needed, to support as well those who need support in the work that they are doing for the Christ light, for the divine beings, for, as you say, the benefit of all of humankind. Thank you for your work, Jiwan. Blessings and peace.
Peace. Lana in USA. How best to heal or transform? What limits putting my highest self into manifestation and action at this time?
Your answer is in the question in a certain sense, because your higher self is not limited, as you're saying. What it is that there's such a dichotomy. The earth plane is at such a low vibration in a certain way. I know that you are experiencing a certain release within nature, and that is wonderful, due to people being, sort of locked down and so on. But the truth is that there's chaos and mayhem, and people are in great disarray and great distress. And actually, this is a terrible situation for you all upon the earth, even though some of you maybe who are here are coping really well, considering it all. And so the dichotomy between what I'm saying about bringing your vibration up and connecting with your higher self and radiating your goddess light inside your body. There's such a, it's almost as if say, well, yes, Chong Fu, that's great, but what about the starving people and the sick people and the, and the homeless people? And I understand what happens with very compassionate souls is you just want to go and fix it all. You just want you want them all to have homes, food, everyone to be well. You want the dark energies to disappear off the planet. You want God to incarnate, Goddess to incarnate. Of course you do. That's why you're there. And so the hardest thing for you is to tolerate how long it is all taking. You know, if I said to you, well, I have been saying there's going to be a big turnaround, but the thing is, I've also been saying it's going to get worse before it gets better. And you could say, well, how much worse? And this I cannot answer. And so that feeling of, well, how does it get better? Is this getting worse? So how does it get better? So that's where I'm working with you to say, I understand it is very, very hard to tolerate where you are right now. But if you could understand, you know, just like a mother when the baby is crying and they go, there, dear, there. And that baby needs the mother to say that. Or your best friend when you are just hurting yourself and they're just there for you and they hold your hand and they are there for you and they keep their vibration up, they keep their love there. They don't just collapse by the side of you as well as, actually, I'm hurt too. And if they do, that's no good to you. You need person number 3 to come along who holds the vibration, you see. So there it is. You are the beings who can hold the vibration of light. Higher self is the divine part of you that's listening to me right now and knows this truth. But there's a human part of you that also knows that people are suffering and that you want to change that. You want to be able to just snap your fingers and help everybody. And that is exactly what you're working with, is that in that situation, just where you are, and I'm asking this of everybody, all my beloveds, the family I'm working with, everybody, right there, in the middle of that darkness, make light. Make the love come forward. Bring it, intend it, decide. That's who you are. Embody it. Be kind to one another. Be compassionate. Be understanding. Be very, very mindful and careful of your human brothers and sisters and all your relations upon the earth and the earth itself. You see, this is the thing. You get, all of you, not you especially, dear one, but human beings get very distracted by fear. Fear is the great opponent to love. And it is so important to understand that love and the energy divine is the best way to heal the planet and all of humanity from all the pain, the darkness, all the abuse and cruelty that there has been throughout the ages. That's a tough task because you also are part of that healing process yourself. Every human being is. So that is why I come forward and talk to you, because I am from that realm. And I can say to you, for sure, you're coming here. I can say to you, for sure, as you work with this love inside yourself, as you lift yourself, as you do that inner miraculous work, you are manifesting, and your life will show you are manifesting your own vision, your own truth. You are creating a new reality for yourself. So, dear one, every day, that's what it is, every day. Every day practice understanding where your fear is and contradicting it with love. Every day look at where your pain is and bring gentle healing to it. Self-awareness, consciousness, mindfulness, and intentional creation. Your decision, your choice, intentionally creating your choice in every moment. Peace to you, one. Thank you all so much for coming forward. I would like to leave you with this thought, that between now and the next time we shall all meet, you spend at least half an hour every single day. If you can do more, that's great. And that in that half an hour, you open up your chakras, you focus on your breathing and slowing your breathing down. You notice any tensions that you have, and especially any feelings of not being good enough, of not being involved enough, of thinking you can't connect with your higher self. You notice these feelings and you contradict them, by which I mean, if you feel you're not good enough, you say to yourself, you notice the feeling, I can't do this very well, or something like that. And you say to yourself, I can do this. I can do this. I can lift my energy. I can open my chakras. I can connect to my higher self. I am connecting to my higher self, and open up, especially these top centers then, as though you're opening a window to heaven. Feel all your chakras expanded like you are a rainbow, beautiful being of light. Drinking in from just above your head, about 2 feet up, there's a white light center that opens when you intend it to open. Your crown center is always open. This white light center is open, but not huge. You can make it huge, vast, and feel so much power of love coming from the ascended beings into you, into your mind. See how your thoughts are. What are you thinking about? Feel into what is inside your mind. And with all of you, try to choose that it is positive, that it is uplifting. Start to look ahead and see around you a beautiful earth. If you have just heard on the news something really difficult, something very restricting and entrapping, feel yourself breaking out of that trap, of that restriction. Breathe and say to yourself, I am free. I am a free being. I am protected. All around me are beings of light, loving me and protecting me, keeping me safe. If you find yourself feeling a little physically under the weather or ill, again, of course, do the physical things you need to do. Take especially vitamins, minerals to boost your immune system. Eat good food, of course, do all those good things. However, also, see yourself as healthy. Sometimes that's very hard if you feel unwell. So just do your best to imagine yourself, to see yourself well. And in this meditation practice every day, make really strong affirmations at the very end. I am the living spirit within this body. I am the living embodiment of my higher self. I am strong within my heart and resilient and full of love. I draw towards me all that I need in the beauty way with the greatest of ease. I am healthy in body, heart, and mind. I can feel all the colors of my soul inside my being, radiating out into my life. I am always safe and protected, and I am always in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And so it is. And the other practice that I would like you to do in this half an hour, you can do any or all of these things, is the practice of the Ho'oponopono. At this time upon your earth, this ancient Hawaiian practice is of great service to you, to all your brothers and sisters. I will be explaining about this practice, but you can also research it yourself, and many people do understand and know about this practice as I have explained it before. This practice is a repeating of 4 short phrases. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. The reason for this practice is that the earth and all the beings upon the earth need this practice to happen. This is a very healing, cleansing mantra practice. And as I say, I will explain again, but you can also research it yourselves. And I would like to also say that the beloved Jerome has created a most beautiful practice that he will most likely make available for you all to assist you.
Well, yeah, as a support to
Yes.
everyone for both of those practices that Chong Fu is suggesting, we'll create a page on here and upload a chakra practice and also the Ho'oponopono that Jerome's created with the soundscape, just that is very meditative and enables you to go into that mantra journey with,
Thank you, Sophia. And the last thing I want to say before I give you the blessing today is just do not forget that the whole purpose of my coming forward to you today is to realize the presence of many beings of light around you, to call them in, to know they are your friends, to talk to them even if you can't see them or feel them, to develop your relationship and your friendship with the ascended beings of light, to rise and shine with them, dear ones. And so today, thank you so much for being here and beginning this journey together. I look forward to working with you individually in your homes when you do your practice and call me in and call Karan in and all your guides and helpers and special beings of light. And I give thanks to all your guides, helpers, family relations and ancestors who've come forward today into this temple of light. I give thanks to all the ascended beings who are part of your family bloodlines, who have journeyed with you through many lives. I give thanks to the great council of the light, presiding over the earth at this time, bringing forward wisdom, understanding, love, healing, and blessings for you all, great brother sisterhood of all nations, tribes, races, religions, faiths, and cultures. We give thanks to the angelic and archangelic beings who protect this temple of light. We give thanks to all deities coming forward, bringing the powers, blessings, qualities, gifts of divine feminine and divine masculine presence emanating from the solar source, from the Christ light, pouring into all hearts and minds, ready and open to bring that light so needed to radiate upon the earth. And we thank the solar lords and deities who come forward and radiate the feminine and masculine aspects of solar logos power through your own sun's rays. And we give thanks to the elemental beings, spirits, powers and deities of earth, air, fire and water, Give thanks for this creation and this opportunity for each one of you to evolve here in your physical body upon the earth and bring forward the divine presence in your unique expression. Give thanks to all your allies who come forward from all the realms of animals, birds, water beings, insect devas, and serpent beings, and bring you special powers, gifts, blessings, and qualities for your soul's path, for your work, for your chosen service at this special time upon the earth. Give thanks to fairy folk and elven people, pixie, gnome, and leprechaun beings. Give thanks to dragon, phoenix, firebird, pegasus, unicorn, all the beings who come forward from the earth's body of light to assist you at this time, to empower you, to lift you up, to bring you the tools you need for transformation, for rebirth. Give thanks to plants, flowers, and trees, the standing people. Give thanks to the Akashic record keepers, to rock, stone, crystal, metal, mineral beings. Give thanks to the fairy folk, elven people, pixie, gnome, and leprechaun. We give thanks to all the beings who come forward from other dimensions within the universe, extraterrestrial and starseed beings, both here upon the earth and those who come forward to bring you special gifts, powers, blessings, overview, and insight at this time for your highest good and for the evolution of souls. We give thanks for the overlighting protection for each and every one of you, for the love and the blessings, for the peace and the grace, the power and strength, the shining light of wisdom, for the inspiration, the healing, and the compassion of the all-in-one divine presence deep within each and every one. May the living spirit that is within all things come forward each day as you remember to connect, understanding that your energy body follows your intention, your will, as you draw in your higher self and manifest it, bringing clarity of perception, elevation of thought, the power to understand divine mind and creation. Your higher self that brings to your heart the power of unconditional love, deep compassion, joy beyond reason, positive presence divine. In your body, bringing surety, confidence, courage, stamina, and strength. The power to speak your truth, deep soul connection, abundance of all you need coming to you in the beauty way, the greatest of ease, and deep understanding, just beyond the mind. And so, dear ones, I will be with you during this time, and I look forward to speaking to you again. Blessings and peace, beloved. Blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace.